it's Liz from I Cook You Serve, and here is this week's Fill Your Fridge menu. We've got vegan lasagna as our vegan offering this week. I'll be swapping out the pasta sheets for the slices of roasted butternut squash instead, just a healthier way of putting that together. It'll be roasted in seasoning with a little bit of maple syrup and some sage. So that's the vegan lasagna. We've got cheesy baked leeks and cannellini bean fritters for our vegetarians. We did the cannellini bean fritters quite recently and had some really good feedback. We'll be changing the herbs in them to sit better with the cheesy baked leeks. So won't be quite the same as last time, but they'll still be full of flavour and full of protein, which is the purpose really of serving them. It'll make the whole vegetarian dish a more rounded meal. So that's cheesy baked leeks. Leeks are very much in season at the moment, so we can enjoy them whilst they're at their best. We have teriyaki chicken and noodles. So the teriyaki sauce, which is homemade, will have ginger and honey and garlic and sesame seeds and all good things, full of flavour, and when it's homemade it's always best. The chicken I'll be serving on skewers because it's nice to eat things off sticks, and the whole thing will be put together with some noodles, and hopefully all the sauce will just fall into the noodles and coat them as well. So that's teriyaki chicken noodles. We've got sumac salmon and roasted squash for our pescatarians. So sumac, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, is a spice. It has a citrus flavour to it, and it sits perfectly then with the salmon, which already has a delicate flavour anyway, so they sit side by side quite nicely. And roasted squash, again, very much in season, and we can enjoy it whilst it's at its best and offering all the nutrients that go with it. So that's sumac salmon and roasted squash. We have beef and Guinness casserole for our meat eaters. Not a lot to say about that. There's beef and there's Guinness. I'll be serving that with mashed potato. We'll be serving a spicy rice box as standard. The spicy rice box is made up of a bed of fresh spinach. On that is a combination of rice and vegetables. And with that are some roasted chickpeas. So all of which have got spices going through them, so they make a really good meal. They make a really good meal hot or cold. They are intended to be eaten cold, but you can warm them through just as easily. So they make a great lunch or an evening meal for a lighter appetite. We've got green soup this week on offer. The green soup is a meal all on its own really, because for this time of year we like to make it quite thick, make it quite hearty. So and we'll be using a potato base, probably a sweet potato base, to thicken that soup up and make that a hearty meal for you. And for our sweet treat we'll be offering an apple crumble. And that's this week's Fill Your Fridge menu.